Justin Clark on Florida Man Radio.
Do you swear to tell the truth? The whole truth? And nothing but the truth?
You want answers? You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
You have Power Radio. Yes, we are live with you on Monday, March. I don't really know what, but I will be your host, Justin Clark, protecting you, the consumer, from the evils of corporate America. You and I, together, we will bully the bullies. Today on the program, I know that you are nervous about money right now. I have a lot of ideas for you to get you through this virus and economic collapse. So stick around. I've got some ideas that maybe you have not thought about in the past. It's March 23rd, by the way. I was just told. Thank you for that memo. Quick housekeeping before we begin. I will be taking your calls and text messages. 321-339-1055. Don't forget you can download the Florida Man Radio app so you can listen to us right there across the globe. You can also watch this program at You Have Power Radio on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. 2 TV shows for you this weekend and every weekend. Saturday, 12:30 p.m. It keeps moving around.
It does.
On CBS, our news partner, News 6, it is You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. And then Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on TV 27, it is Behind the Law. Great show for you today, but first, the team, my co-host, to my right, the beautiful Brianna. Hello, Brianna.
Hello, Justin.
Is the stream working or what?
Yeah, we have 3 different cameras, and it's just, man.
The Kenny is taking the day off. Many of you suggested that maybe I had suspended him due to his outburst on Wednesday. That is not the fact. He is just taking a day off.
They can't prove that.
Pushing the buttons, making sure on the radio, my good friend Lurch, greetings.
Greetings.
321-339-1055.
And now it's time for the opening statement. This should be interesting.
I'm a grown man. I'm 40 years old. But are any of you grown people as well, and your parents are freaking out on you right now? Is this happening to anyone else or just me? My mother, I have never seen her be more involved. And not just my life, but this radio program. I mean, this virus has her literally on the ledge.
On edge.
Right now. I mean, she sends me messages. She's even telling me how to do this radio program now. Over the weekend, let me give you this text message. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up the text. This is on Friday. Some gentle insight from your mother. I think it's time to take a more gentle, softer approach to the virus on air. It is affecting people's lives in many ways and very unnerving to everyone, even if you might think it's a hoax. I mean, did I ever say it was a hoax? Do you remember me saying that? I didn't say hoax. I did? When did I say it was a hoax?
It was like fabricated and they're just doing it for the meat. You did say that.
I didn't say it was a hoax.
But
I said it's overblown probably.
You basically said it was a hoax using more words.
For real?
Were not exactly hoax. Yeah.
It is real and disturbing. Blank finds out today if she even has the ability to return to work.
Oh.
And then also Blank, I'm leaving out names here.
I see that.
Is out because he can only do emergency surgeries right now. Also, crime will get much worse. I love you, trying to help.
Love your mom. She says, love you.
No, I mean, she says it in good love, but I mean, parents seem to be freaking out right now, right? And I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a grown man. I'm getting all this advice, not only life advice, telling me how to do the radio program as well. I cannot be the only one who's grown who has parents freaking out on them. Your parents, no issues whatsoever from either of you?
No.
Nothing.
I mean, my mom's worried, but she's not like telling me how to
do your job.
So I was listening to the show, Lurch, and
but nonetheless, it's mom. You have to.
At the end of the day,
listen.
Right? Grown ass man or not.
Yeah.
We were in Flagler Beach this week, so I was supposed to be on vacation all last week. It didn't happen. I did take Thursday and Friday off. Went to Flagler Beach, and my little brother and his wife, along with their 2 children, and she's pregnant with a third. They met us in Flagler Beach. They had been there all week, and I think what happened was I think my mom was mad that I convinced them to come here and visit or something like that. You know, I think she wanted them to stay home. And we had a real good time, honestly. I mean, the beach, the weather was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was, I think they shut the restaurants down like Friday night, so we had to order. But other than that, it was fun. But my understanding is the Flagler County beaches are now fully closed down as of today.
That's crazy.
So at least we went when we did. I think she was just freaked out. She had like so many grandkids and kids all in the same house, you know? So we'll let it slide. But I have to be nicer about this virus on the air. And I think I've been sort of nice about it the whole time. I mean, it's not like I've been, I don't know, whatever. You guys know more than me. I just sit here and yap with you.
No, I mean, you haven't been extreme about it, but you also haven't like downplayed it as well. So to your credit, I'll say you've been kind of mellow about it.
I'll give you my honest position on it. If you look at numbers, clearly, we have more issues every year from the regular flu virus than we have this. I think the problem is they're afraid that this one is more contagious and could get out of control.
I think what's happening is that we have a vaccine for the flu, and we don't know what the heck we're dealing with here.
Good point.
This thing is also, I mean, now with recent numbers, it's starting to kill people in their 40s and 30s, and people in their 20s are starting to, you know, the death rate is starting to go up from what it looks like, and it doesn't appear that they're closer to a solution.
Yeah.
Which I guess if you don't know what you're dealing with is kind of scary.
My certified financial planner, Ron Christopher, will be calling in here in just a minute as well. We'll talk about the markets and how that's going to impact you. But the good thing is, in Washington, D.C. right now, the Republicans and Democrats are getting along, right? I mean, that's what they're telling us. They keep saying, well, we're getting along. We got the stimulus package ready to go. Not so fast.
Right.
Not so fast, because now the Republicans and Democrats are in a little bit of a war and a good old-fashioned standoff. Over the last few days, it felt pretty good. We were like, well, we've been at each other's throats so bad lately. The Republicans versus Democrats, they hate each other. Now, it's terrible that the virus is here and taking over the planet. It's terrible, but it's been nice to see the Republicans working with the Democrats. However, that is all off, and that is completely and totally off the table. So there was a GOP-backed $1.3 trillion stimulus package that they were talking about, right? And it was very close to going through, they thought. But then yesterday, really even like last night, the Democrats in the Senate totally rejected it. They actually did a vote on this package, or whether they should go to a vote on this package, and it needed 60 votes. It stalled because the vote was 47-47. The Democrats insist that President Trump and Mitch McConnell are using the funds to put corporations ahead of families. Again, 60 votes needed to pass, and it doesn't help that 4 Republican senators are now either have tested positive for or are in quarantine because they had close contact with someone who has tested positive. Rand Paul, as we know, tested positive yesterday. His buddy, I think who sits next to him on the Senate floor, Mitt Romney, has quarantined himself. Did you hear what Trump said about Romney yesterday? It was kind of ugly, I would say.
It's kind of ugly.
Oh, so one of the reporters told Trump during their 2-hour-long press conference they've been doing every day. One of the reporters said, and 4 senators are in quarantine now, and Trump said, I didn't hear about that. Who was it? And one of them said Romney, and said, oh, that's too bad. He does not like that guy. And then the reporter even said, "Are you being facetious?" And he said, "Yeah."
Of course I am. Hello.
So it wasn't probably not the nicest thing that Trump's ever said. But what are you? No one's gonna. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna How are you gonna muzzle him? Right. You can't.
Honestly.
321-339-1055. So McConnell said, "I want everyone to fully understand. If we aren't able to act Monday, it will be because of our colleagues on the other side continuing to dicker when the country expects us to come together and address the problem." Democrats risk being portrayed as politically bent on stopping Trump, I think. And Trump is going to blast them today if no progress is made. I think the real issue here is this. We know that we have to inject a ton of dough into the economy somehow. Right? I mean, we know that. We have to. I mean, essentially, we have to pay people to not work. right? I mean, isn't that what we're doing here? We're paying people to stay home so that this virus doesn't spread. But the old-fashioned debate is, do we give money directly to the consumer, to the employee, or do we give money to the boss, the small business who is employing these people to cover their payroll? This is the cornerstone debate that we have to figure out right now. And I think that I will probably disagree with you on this, because I fully believe that this money, most of it, needs to go to small business and make them keep their staff employed, pay their payroll, and the small businesses are going to do what small businesses do. They're going to scratch by. They're going to make a little bit of money, but there's no way they're going to make as much money as they were before all this happened. So they're going to make a little bit of money, and then with the federal government giving them payroll money, they'll be able to survive, and they won't have to fire everyone on their payroll, which is what is already happening, as we know, especially in Orlando, when tourism goes from 1 million to 0 overnight. Hotels shut down. They just can't keep all these people on the payroll. However, a lot of businesses, take mine for instance, my law firm. I mean, we're losing a ton of money every week. I mean, it really started last week. I expect this week to be terrible. If you can come in and inject payroll cash into my business, then I don't think we got to let anybody go.
Right.
Now, giving every American $1,000 or $1,200 or $3,000 for a family of 4, sure. I mean, I think that works when you're trying to stimulate the economy. I don't think that works when you're trying to pay people to stay home. When you're trying to keep businesses afloat. So that is the cornerstone debate. What do you think? What do you think, Lurch?
I mean, it's tough because I see both sides. Like, I wish there was a way to give both sides, the small businesses and the people. I think for the people, they really want it because they're worrying and wondering how they're going to pay their rent, how they're going to pay their utility bills, and $1,000, $1,200 might not be a lot, but it'll at least alleviate something until this kind of down settles.
Brianna.
No, I completely agree. I see both sides as well. I agree with Lurch and you as well, Justin, because I see, the day-to-day what happens in a small business when you have a lot of employees that are looking to you for guidance and just reassurance that we're not going to lose our jobs, and especially in light of what's going on with the virus. And there's a lot of people that are already losing their jobs. So my biggest concern is what happens to them when the small business has already given up. I mean, what is it going to do to give that small business money when they've already let everybody go?
Exactly. Senator Warren chimed in fresh off an unsuccessful presidential campaign. They're trying to advance a proposal that would be great for giant corporations and leave everyone else behind, she said. So, I mean, the issue is just the good old-fashioned Republican versus Democrat debate. It's, do we give money to the people or to the corporations? Is it trickle-down economics, or do we give the money right to the people? And I got to be honest with you. I think that there have to be some sort of regulations on how the businesses spend this money. The businesses have to prove it was used for payroll, and they have to prove they didn't just fire everyone and take the money and buy a boat, right?
Yes.
I think I'm okay with that. The regulations aren't my thing, but we need to regulate that. We need to make sure this money goes to the people. How do we do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was going to say, in that same token, if it goes to the people, it shouldn't be buying PS4s or Xbox Ones or televisions. They should use that money for the family, for food, or to pay utilities.
Very good point. Now, I think that there's enough money in the federal government coffers right now that we can do a mixture of both. But again, if the Republicans and Democrats keep fighting day after day after day after day, it's not like they're going to just stroke a check the day that they pass this thing. It's going to take some time. So every day that goes by, people are getting fired. People are unable to pay their bills.
So then at the end of the day, whose fault would it really be? Because you'll have, let's say, the Republicans, like right now, they had something, Democrats denied it. Then Democrats will have something, Republicans will deny it. So it's just going to keep going.
I just feel like at the bare minimum, each state should agree on what happens with utilities, what happens with rent, until we figure this thing out. Because I think everyone can agree, both sides, that this ball is up in the air.
Yeah.
And until it comes back down, and you're right, even after they pass this bill, it's going to take some time to implement. Until then, can everyone just take a break and freeze utility, freeze student loans, freeze whatever we need to freeze until we can figure it out, and then we'll make sure everyone else is made whole once we come to an agreement. Because I feel like the pressure is on the everyone in the federal government, and it's because people are getting really impatient. And I think it comes down to party lines and party ties when, if they would just take the pressure off of them a little bit, maybe they can make a decision that's best for this country.
And I think the real fallout is going to be later this week and especially next week, because I can see business owners stroking that first paycheck, that first 20 grand or 30 grand or 40 grand, whatever their payroll is every 2 weeks or some every week. You know what? Fine, I'm losing money. Hopefully this thing recovers. But when they start to do it for an amount of time that could be infinite, they don't know how long this could be. It's that second payroll where business owners are going to start to think, there's just no way I'm going to keep dipping into my savings or everything I've ever worked for to pay people to stay home. They're not going to do it. That first payroll, no problem.
Yeah.
It's the cost of doing business. It's like a hurricane, the first one, whatever. We know during a hurricane, as a business owner, most of us were going to lose some money. But at that second and then that third payroll, when no money's rolling in, there are a lot of business owners are going to say, F this, I'm done. I'm going to shut the doors, or I'm just going to fire everyone. I'll bring my wife in to sort of run this thing on a skeleton crew until things get back to normal. And that's what is going to put people out on the street. And that's why I think that there's got to be some kind of stimulus package to help the small business owner, but we have to police it and make sure that money is going to the employees and make sure they don't just fire everyone and say, peace out, I'm taking the dough. Because it should be a crime, in fact, to do it that way. If you're going to take the money, you got to give it to your employees.
Especially now.
Yeah, right. Definitely now.
321-339-1055. So shocking news out of Washington, Republicans and Democrats not getting along. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
We can believe.
I swear, I felt warm. I felt warm and fuzzy like Thursday of last week when even Trump was saying, "Wow, I had a conversation with Schumer the other day. It went really well." Like, what?
Yeah, I heard
Never
that.
heard such a thing.
Right.
I was like, wow, we're all joining hands, helping the United States of America as one. Wow, was I wrong? That didn't last very long now,
One
did it?
nation.
Two days.
Under God.
And then Pelosi rolls back into town. Everything's fine, actually, till she gets back. The House was on vacation last week. Weird time for a vacation, mind you. But then Pelosi rolls back into town like Saturday, and all hell breaks loose. She's like, no, we're going to create our own bill. Thank you. Bye-bye. We're going to create our own thing here in the House. She's not trying to help, right? It's annoying me.
Doesn't seem like it.
All right, 321-339-1055. You can text, you can call the very same phone number. So here's what we got. Let me tell you what I've done for a living for the last, 15 years or so. Starting in 2007, I started representing people going through foreclosure. It was the end of 2007, and we really had a total economic calamity here and a housing crisis as well. Since then, we've represented about 25,000 people through foreclosure, through bankruptcy, through challenging financial times. So, yeah, take my advice if you want, don't if you don't want, whatever. But it's hard to take the place of sitting down and talking to probably now 50,000 families and representing some 25,000 people through their worst economic times. That's what I have done. That's what I continue to do in my other life at the law firm. I'm not saying it's for my law firm in any way. I'm not. That being said, if you have financial issues, you always feel free to call me. We sit here and hang out together every morning from 10 until noon, so I want you to know you could always come in and talk to me about stuff. But here's what I saw in 2008 that I want you to avoid this time. No, do not be afraid if you have no money and bills, or using that emergency credit card, please use the credit card. Use the credit card. Why not? Now it's time to bust that thing out if you need it. I'm not saying use it if you don't need it, but I'm saying if you need it, why not use that credit card now? Why not? Number 2, for you business owners out there, you have that line of credit for your business, right? It's been sitting there. You don't want to touch it because you really need the money right now, and you don't want to pay interest on it. Now is the time to take every penny of that line of credit and put it into your bank account. Well, why, Justin? I'll just use it when I need it. No. In 2008, when the economy collapsed, every bank and every credit card company went in and did the same thing to your line of credit. They wiped it out. They said, we're going to take that back now. You can't use it. And all of these line of credit documents, right? It gives them, on almost every one of them, it gives them the right to wipe it away from you at any time that they want. There's no notice needed, no nothing. All they have to do is say, you can't use that anymore. But once you take the money out and put it in your bank account, no, there's nothing they can do about it. It's already done. So mark my words as we sit here today, they have no issue taking away your credit limits, and they'll reduce them, and taking away your line of credit as a business owner. They will do it. So now is the time to use that line of credit, use the credit cards before, if not, they're going to wipe them out anyway. Ron, Christopher, what's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Ron Christopher is my financial advisor. He's a certified financial planner. And Ron, you got to help us get through these choppy waters. Have you ever seen anything like this?
You know, it does have a 2008 feel to it a little bit. Has a 1998 feel to it a little bit.
What was the 98 thing? I don't remember that one.
All right, so 98 was the currency crisis in Asia, along with the Russian debt default, basically put a major U.S. hedge fund at risk called Long-Term Capital Management. The market dropped 20% in 2 months. So, and the Fed came in and bailed them out. And it was kind of, no one even knew they were in trouble until they were already bailed out. But the markets went down pretty hard. But, there's no playbook for this. You can't correlate this to anything, the virus component. There's almost 2 crises at once. One is the medical crisis and the other is the economic.
What do we do right now? What are you telling your clients to do with their money? Should we just throw away the passwords of our accounts and not look at them right now? What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, I was listening in a little bit before, your advice about drawing lines of credit. I think that's valuable, especially for businesses. If you're a small business, I would keep your ear to the rails regarding the Fed programs that are out there for you. Specifically, listen to the Treasury Secretary, who this morning essentially was talking about, getting lending programs to small businesses from, through community banks, making it a streamlined process. I've talked to several lenders, mainly specifically about small business lending, and most of these lenders have experience with this here in Florida, mainly pertaining to the hurricanes that we've had. Some of these affected areas from hurricanes, they were these loans were rubber stamped a little bit, no real underwriting, and I think that's what you'll see here. They want to keep businesses open and operating, and they want to keep people paying their bills as much as possible. It creates less headaches in the end.
What do you think the government should do right now? It seems they're fighting over, do we give the money directly to the people, or do we give the money directly to small businesses to keep the people employed? What do you think is best?
Well, I think you can't, you got to do both. Employers employ people, and, it's like that whole, you're going to give them some fish, or you're going to, kind of make sure there's a pond for them to fish in. It's kind of the you need both. So I think the Democrats were short the market, and they of course they want this president out of office. So the fact that they couldn't support the bill as it was over the weekend is another sign of how tragic our political system is. But I think they'll get to a point. The TARP package wasn't passed the first time in '08, and I think they'll get a point to where they pass this bill. I think I'm seeing more hope on the medical side, which I think will put a bottom in this market. So I don't want to say the worst is behind us, but things are not going to be as bad as what people think.
So what? We're at like 19,000 right now in the Dow or something like that. What was the peak?
Yeah, so the peak was about 29,000, I think 500. We were approaching 30,000. We're just under 19,000 right now. We're at major support in the markets. We hit last night in the overnight hours. We tried to put a bottom in on Thursday. It looked pretty good. And then Friday, people sold towards the end of the day. They didn't want to hold shares over the weekend. So, we did make a marginal new low in this as on a closing basis Friday, but that's typical on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't know what news would come out over the weekend.
Do you think, and I know you don't have a magic wand or a crystal ball, but do you think this could be the bottom, or is there ways to go downward still?
Personally, so here's the thing that people need to understand is that, markets bottom before the news gets better in whatever crisis you're dealing with. In this case, we're going to see a lot more bad news on the medical front. Markets will bottom before that news gets better, okay? Mm. Markets are a discounting mechanism. Typically, in a normal crisis, they bottom 6 months before things get better, although we're all in hopes that this event is a lot less than 6 months. You're starting to hear a lot of promise on some of the therapies that are out there. I just listened to an interview by a CEO of a biotech company who's using the SARS antibodies that they collected back in 2002, and they're creating 100,000 mutations of it, and they're looking to get this middle of April, getting it into people to see if it has effect on people who pop positive. Some other things, and I don't know why we didn't think of this, but, in Israel, they're basically quarantining anybody over 60, basically, and telling everyone else to go out and party on, And I think our country will get to a point where we're going to try this for 2 weeks. Everyone stay at home, do your thing, no matter what age you are. And then after that, we're going to say, okay, well, our economy can't crater. We can't let that happen. So, old people, take precautions. Here's your precautions. Everybody else, go to restaurants, eat, have a good time, whatever. And I don't know if that's going to happen in 2 weeks, but I think at some point we'll get there where we're just going to have to say, okay, well, we can't have millions of people going bankrupt for the sake of, God forbid, 30, 40,000 people dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a whole country going bankrupt and everyone out of work, and I don't know, man. I don't know the right solution, but hopefully we're close to the bottom here. It looks like we're at 18,960 right now. Okay, so it's almost like when you, if you're kind of heavy set and you go on this long diet, it takes you, 5 months to lose some weight where you finally feel good about yourself, but then, like a couple of weeks of eating Taco Bell and you're back to your heaviest. I mean, to get to 30,000 on the Dow, it took us a hell of a long time, but we got down to 18 pretty quickly. It was just a couple of trips to Taco Bell to get us back to 18,000. I mean, could this take years and years to get back to close to 30,000 on the Dow?
Well, let's hope not. The shape of the recovery is unknown, meaning, you're going to hear a lot of fancy terms on TV that like VUL-shaped recoveries, and that's basically to indicate the, trajectory of any market recovery. Here's just what my gut's saying is that once this kind of passes and the market starts to go up, the Fed has thrown so much money at this, and for a total worst-case scenario. And if that worst-case scenario does not play out, that money is just going to cause a melt up in this market like you've never, ever seen. I mean, you might even have days where we're up 12, 15% in a single day. And, it's not if, it's when something like that's going to happen, just, merely mechanics of money, provided that there's not too much damage that's done.
Right.
And I personally, I'm not saying I don't think this is a big deal, but, I think more people are going to die of the flu this year than are going to die of coronavirus.
Well, I think that's, I think it's pretty clear.
It's an election year, so, election years, especially when Republicans are in office, it just so happens there's a crazy virus that circulates the planet. I mean, so I just think we're due for a bounce, maybe a week or so bounce, and then, hopefully some stabilization on the medical front would extend that. So.
Ron Christopher, GC Wealth Management. If you have questions for him about what to do with your money right now, 407-947-7396 or go to gcwmadvisors.com. Ron, thanks for the call, man. Stay safe out there.
Yep, God bless you guys.
All right, God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 321-339-1055. When we get back, how much toilet paper do you really need? I mean, why are we all lining up for this toilet paper? We got this program that was created that tells us exactly how many rolls you may need. It's just ahead. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark. Florida Man Radio. The Shannon Burke Show.
If I wonder if it was socially acceptable to masturbate in public, how many guys would do it in their cubicle?
All day long. Rub one out, 10 minutes later, you're rubbing another one out.
All day long.
All day long.
Sorry, I was running a bash. I'm done now. Yeah, that's what your cam goes.
Watch the cam through.
The Shannon Burke Show.
Are you a business owner? Well, first of all, thanks for listening. If you want to find new customers, we can help on Orlando's newest radio station, WDYZ, Florida Man Radio, 105.5 FM, 660 AM. Your ad could be featured right here in the morning with Bubba the Love Sponge. Key placement 10 till noon in You Have Power Radio with Justin Clark. Noon till 3 with the Ed Till Show. Or in prime PM drive during the Shannon Burke Show. We can create a custom campaign based on your goals and budget. Drive store traffic, engage new clients, develop more leads, boost website activation, and get your cash registered to ring with new business. Radio gets results, and JVC Broadcasting is ready to help take your business to the next level. For more information on increasing your success, visit our website at floridamanradio.com and click on the Advertise tab. Drive store traffic, engage new clients, develop more leads, boost website activation, and get your cash registered to ring with new business. Let us help you grow your business.
Reach out today. Unfiltered, unafraid. FloridaManRadio.com. Click on the Advertise tab. Do it now.
Attention Orlando construction industry. The shortage of masks and eye protection is critically low for our healthcare workers. The Greater Orlando Builders Association is seeking donations of masks, respirators, and eye protection. Visit GreaterOrlandoBA.com for drop-off locations. We are in this together, Orlando.
Hey, it's Logan Seculo. The Logan Seculo Reprogram is Central Florida's hottest new daily radio show airing Monday through Friday at 5 a.m. on Florida Man Radio. Wake up each morning to a brand new show covering our ridiculous lives, current events, interviews with incredible Americans, a weekly playlist featuring rock, metal, and real country music, a bit of politics thrown in there, and more. Join us for a daily celebration of our country and the freedoms that it provides, and we'll have some laughs along the way. If you miss real morning talk radio, this show is for you. The Logan Seculo Reprogram.
Wow, the parks are closed, the gym is closed, everything is closed. What are we going to do?
Well, you know it isn't closed. Premier Couple Superstore.
You know, you're right. Let's make the most of it. Let's go.
Make the most of time at home with Premier Couple Superstore, with the largest selection of lingerie and novelty items. Also, shop online at premiercouples.net. Premier Couple Superstore, because a couple that plays together stays together.
Premier Couple Superstore takes you where you want to go. Bellicoso Cigars and Cafe in Mills 50 is unlike any other cigar bar in town. A glass walk-in humidor, indoor and outdoor seating, a rooftop terrace, 2 full selection bars, the best Cuban-style coffee in town, and great food with a mouth-watering menu. Bellicoso Cigars and Cafe, Mills Avenue in Orlando. The safety of the customer is our #1 concern, which is why you'll find spacious seating with plenty of room to spread out and enjoy a good cigar, great food, and drinks at Bellicoso.
Orlando Sanford International Airport welcomes Wamos Air, offering the only nonstop service from Central Florida to Madrid, Spain, coming this June. Fly round trip for as low as $740. Orlando Sanford International Airport. Simpler, faster, better.
Florida Man is on the loose and everywhere.
Anywhere I want. Anywhere I need.
There's so many ways to get your fix of Florida Man Radio. Don't miss a minute of Bubba the Love Sponge.
I think we would all be building our arms up if the only way to defend yourself was to have, a real nice pea shooter of an arm.
That's why they started making catapults and slingshots.
Yeah, so that dorks like me and Seth could have a chance.
You have Power Radio with Justin Clark, Ed Till, The Shannon Burke Show.
I ain't letting no Chinaman mash on me.
I bring in my assistant to walk on back right now. Okay, first put the bean in the ear. And tomorrow you'll have big erection.
Listen live now on 660 AM, 105.5 FM, online at floridamanradio.com. Or take us with you anywhere, anytime with the Florida Man Radio app. Just search Florida Man Radio in your Google Play or App Store. Unfiltered, unafraid, Florida Man Radio.
Let's be honest, when most people are looking for a roofing company, they are most concerned about quality work and staying within budget. At Mecca Roofing, we are committed to providing the roof you deserve with our highly trained and experienced staff. Our goal is to provide superior craftsmanship at competitive rates every single time. So if you are ready for a superior roof, contact Mecca Roofing at 407-330-2360. That's 407-330-2360. Mecca Roofing, superior craftsmanship.
Now, back to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
What did I tell you about small businesses just a minute ago? You need to take the line of credit out now.
Yeah.
These banks do not love you. They make money off of you. And if they feel like they're going to lose money on you, they will rip away the line of credits. One of my friends, Todd Schub, owns a car dealer, and he just sent a note saying, wow, not how I wanted to start my Monday. I belong to a group of car dealers that we use AFC line of credit, which is 99% of what dealerships use out there because they have a line of credit to buy cars and then sell them. That's how car dealers make money.
Right.
He's had a line of credit for $10 million. So he would buy cars, sell them, pay back the line, right? That's what he did. Now, as of today, they just reduced it to $100,000.
No way.
From $10 million. Also, he has another credit for he owns this power sports deal. They sell jet skis and things.
Yeah.
He owed $0 on that line of credit, but he had $300,000 on it. Now it's zero. Just like that. I told you that's what they're going to do. And if you're a business owner, take it out now. And if you're a regular person and you have that emergency credit card, they're going to cut that damn thing off too if you don't use it. Now is the time to use the emergency card that you leave in the top drawer of your dresser at home in your room.
That's nuts.
Bust it out now if you need it.
Oh my
because you're not going to be able to use it very much longer. They're going to wipe away all of these things. 321-339-1055. Can someone tell me what happened earlier today on Bubba's show between Bubba and Seth? I heard Seth walked out or something. Anyone have an update on this?
I don't.
I kind of heard the last part of it.
I came into, towards the
and
end.
if you were listening, let me know too. Lurch, I know you were in here. I was kind of scrambling around, so I didn't hear.
The only thing that happened was they just they had a disagreement on a certain issue, and that escalated from there.
And he just pieced out of the studio, or what? Did he say bye, or they just came back from break and they said he left?
Came back from break, yeah, and they said he left.
What was the fight about? Do you know?
Talking about the virus.
Yeah. And Seth just got pissed and left?
It was just I didn't hear the whole thing because I was on my way from the parking lot into
my office.
Yeah.
Oh
My
no,
bad.
Lurch.
Sorry,
Hey, get me
couldn't hear
updated.
the entire thing.
If you heard the show today, get me updated 321-339-1055. So, do you think it was Bubba's fault or Seth's fault?
What?
I'm just
No,
wondering.
I mean, honestly, when because they replayed like a minute of it, and it just seems like it got out of hand for no reason.
Yeah.
That happens. a lot.
You think that Bubba was pushing his buttons to get him to walk out so Brent Hatley could get back?
Oh, I don't think so. But after mentioning,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because
that
Brent Hatley
gentleman,
quit
yeah,
a Sirius recently. And so I don't know.
Wow, a little conspiracy theory in here.
321-339-1055. You've been lining up at Publix every morning to get that all-important tissue paper. Do you call it tissue paper or toilet paper?
It's toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
All right. I think people don't like to use the word toilet in the same sentence, right?
It's like really Southern to say like toilet tissue or tissue paper.
so tissue paper is Southern?
That's so Southern. Oh my gosh.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought that was just a polite way of to keep toilet out of it altogether.
Well,
'cause
Southern
toilet...
people are pretty polite.
Oh, yeah.
It's that Southern charm.
That's right. If you're listening to me in Tennessee, my my homeland, let me know if Brianna's right. Do we call? I don't remember.
My grandfather calls the toilet the commode.
The commode. Yeah. No, we definitely said commode in Tennessee. Here's a word that you can say if you ever want to figure out if someone's from the South or not. There's one word that is will always give it away.
Pecans?
No. Insurance.
Oh, Lord.
Because most people, when they say insurance, say insurance. If you grow up in the South, you say insurance. That's the word that'll always give it away.
Insurance.
I found that out when I left Knoxville, Tennessee in my U-Haul after living 21 years in Tennessee and moving to the north end of Boston, not knowing a soul. They were
Apparently-
making fun of me like crazy.
Pint.
Pint?
Yeah. My dad calls it a paint.
Paint?
It's paint.
Really? You know, if you were to go to the grocery store to buy toilet paper, in Tennessee, they call the baskets the buggy. We go grab me a buggy?
Yeah, we got buggies.
Yeah, they have buggies.
My mama calls it buggies.
And when I moved to Boston, I asked one of my buddies if he'd give me the buggy, and he looked at me like,
I'm not touching you, buddy. What
Yeah,
are you,
he's like,
what?
no,
No.
Keep that to yourself.
It's a shopping cart, right? But anyway, so I know that you've been freaking out about this toilet paper, which is the weirdest thing. And I think when we look back on this virus, we're going to think about the issues that you had with toilet paper. Because I don't even know if we have real issues with toilet paper or not. I don't know. I think this is a made-up sort of human phenomenon that we created out of nowhere, essentially. But thankfully, there's a new website called HowMuchToiletPaper.com. And thank God for this one. Because I don't know what we'd do without HowMuchToiletPaper.com. You know what I mean? But if you ever want to figure out if you have enough toilet paper or not, all you have to do is go to this website, and you can figure it out very quickly how many rolls you need. So let's do this for my house right now, because this morning I counted. We have 18 rolls left at my house.
Wow.
Now, but it says how many toilet visits per day.
That's per person, though.
And that's when you got to really figure out what you got going on. So let's count it up here. We have me. We have Pilar. Pilar's mom. My 2 kids. So I lost count. Let's do that again.
Does Mealy even use the toilet?
Yeah, diapers. No,
at this
so we
point
won't
now,
count her.
yeah, like,
All
I
right,
wouldn't
so,
even-
so me, Pilar, her mom, Sophia. 4 people.
Right.
I mean, how many times a day do people go to the restroom? And does it...
But you got to think about it.
It's
Women
girls
use toilet
versus
paper
boys,
right,
too.
every time, and the guys don't.
So how do you calculate that then? What is the proper way? So do I count a toilet visit for dudes only number 2? Or
Yeah, because you know.
Okay.
I mean, unless you do use it.
And then for girls, though, it counts every time?
Yeah. What do you think is happening
But
there?
don't you think that when a dude does number 2, he uses more toilet paper than when a girl does number 1?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know.
Okay. Yes.
I
the
don't know
answer
what
is
y'all
yes.
doing there. I don't know
Well,
what y'all
all right. So let's just say 3 times a day times 5 people.
4. It's 4 people.
How many people do I have in my house again?
Because one is a baby that uses diapers.
So 4 times 3 is 12, meaning I have enough toilet paper or tissue paper, if you're from Tennessee, for 23 days, or 164% of my quarantine.
I have enough for 32 days.
32 days.
Or 229% of my quarantine.
Now, at what point?
That's funny.
At what point do I need to go lining up at Publix like an idiot standing outside in the heat waiting for the doors to open so I can get 6 things of toilet paper.
As soon as the show finishes, you have to go.
I got to go right over there?
As the show finishes. Because you'll be in that line for a minute.
Don't you think that that it goes away by noon when we get out of here? I mean, aren't they sold out by noon?
I feel like they are. It's funny.
So when am I to go?
Actually, I feel like they'll put things out like in the morning, and then they'll
Do a
reserve the
restock.
rest and do it in the afternoon
Smart.
or evening. Because if they put everything out in the morning, then
It's gone. Yeah, my a friend of mine's, his mother.
Did you say a friend of mine's?
Yeah, a friend of mine's. His mother is a nurse, and she's been working, 14, 15, like all these crazy hours. And she's been really upset because she'll go to work, she gets off of work, and she gets to the store, and everything's depleted. She's a healthcare worker. So he calls me. He's like, hey, he's out of state. He was like, is there any toilet paper in Orlando? Because like my mom is like frustrated because she's trying to find this, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, there's toilet paper. Like I know exactly where it's at. So I'm not going to tell y'all where it's at. I mean, Justin's not going to go, but it's in the middle of the hood. It's in this little bodega, Lurch. The words on the tissue paper, Justin's not even in English. But let me tell you,
Really?
it's toilet paper, and they got a bunch of it, and they have all the cleaning supplies. They have gloves. They have bleach.
It's actually turning good people into bad people, if you would ask me. Hey, here's what we did this weekend, too. I mean, I think my family, relatively decent people. I think we did a bad thing this weekend because we were at an Airbnb.
Y'all did not take these people's toilet paper.
No.
Justin.
So at the Airbnb, they left a bunch of toilet paper there. They left a bunch of toilet paper, and we packed it up.
Use a hood
Is that
rat.
messed up? That is messed
It's a
up.
little messed up.
It wasn't my idea.
wait, hold on, but
Pilar did it. I don't know.
Homeboy done literally was
here's,
like,
here's the thing, though.
we going shopping.
Well, you said it was at the Airbnb that you were
renting.
You were renting,
Yes.
right? I mean, technically, that would be yours to use,
Right.
But
Well,
at the same time,
Then let's go to the old debate.
Right,
Then
you might as well take
time
the
out.
pillows and the couch.
No.
Like, you might as well-
No. If you go to a hotel and they leave you shampoo and conditioner on the sink thing when you walk in, but you don't use that bottle of shampoo and conditioner, do you take it with you?
Yes.
Ha! Same thing.
I don't.
I don't take it to use it. I take it because I work with the homeless, so
Well,
I give it
See,
to
she
them.
has a good cause.
I do have a good cause.
See, all right. So
I don't think they're toilet paper though, because you know how like they always have toilet paper under there too.
I'll be very clear. I'm not positive because we got there. My little brother and his family got there several days before I got there. So there is a chance that maybe they bought the toilet paper. That's in my head. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe happened in my head.
That's what
but,
helps them sleep at night.
But I'm pretty sure I overheard that the owner of the house left a lot for them because they weren't sure if they could go buy it. But I just didn't ask my brother. I didn't confirm that. I'm pretty sure it was left there by the owner of the house, and I'm positive we took it.
I'll say on a regular
guys are crazy.
on a regular day,
Yeah.
non related, we'd be like, ha ha, funny, but
Yeah.
because we're in a dire crisis right now, it is kind of a jerk move.
It was. Well, wait, why? Because I think it's helping your family.
You might
True.
lose
No,
some.
true.
You might lose some stars on that
Well,
Airbnb.
At the end of the day, you're looking out for your family.
It was under my brother's name.
They
They don't
either-
even know me.
They either crapped a lot or they take all the toilet paper.
And for what it's worth, we were rented it till Sunday, and we all left on Saturday.
Rented it.
So they had an extra. Isn't that the right way to say it? Rented it.
There it is. You said rented it.
Rented it. Whatever.
He said it like
I don't
he's
even
in the
care.
hood.
You rented it.
So
he's
we
on John
left
Yard.
it. We gave them a whole extra day to clean and whatnot. So
Jeez.
it's a trade-off there, I think.
Is it?
And also, when I leave it, for some reason, I'm not super clean at my house. I don't know if it's just because it sort of gets done behind me or whatnot. But when I'm at a hotel or an Airbnb, I'm a cleaning machine. I like to be clean when I'm on vacation. That's the only time I really help out cleaning-wise.
Well, you want people to see that you are a clean person. If you're an Airbnb, you don't want
Yeah.
the host to come in and be like, "What in the hell?"
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I clean before I leave. Even a hotel room, I like to make clean before I leave. Is that weird?
No, it's
Nah.
not. Because especially if you work in the hospitality
Yeah.
industry, like I do, we always, even though they're gonna strip the bed anyway, but we try to make it like as neat as possible and always tip the
Yeah.
housekeeper.
That is another thing.
I split the bed for them and like leave it on the floor with my towels and stuff because I know what they're gonna do.
We are very bad at tipping the housekeeper here, right? It's just natural we tip a waiter at the restaurant or the valet guy or whatever, but for some reason no one ever tips the housekeeper, right? What is the appropriate amount to tip your housekeeper?
It's supposed to be, I think it's 15% of your bill per day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're paying $200 a night, no, that's too much.
No, I mean usually like
No
let's
way.
say
Is that too much?
$30 per night? No way.
If we're at
That
a
is not
place
happening.
3 days, like $5 a day.
Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
more in
That'd be
line
nice.
with what it is.
That'd be nice.
All right, let's hit the text messages here. And by the way, if you want to join me, 321-339-1055. Fish is here.
Hey, Phil.
I'm calling this crap the C virus. Sounds like something out of Resident Evil. LOL. What is Resident Evil? I'm not even sure what that is.
I was gonna ask. Like, do you even know what Resident
No,
Evil is? Over
no
there
idea.
laughing.
You want to call Kenny? He will
funny.
know. It's a game?
It's a game.
yeah.
Rich chimed in. You can always switch to baby wipes. Those are still findable.
They are.
Good
You
point.
cannot flush those, so
And
don't get.
You can't flush baby
You
wipes?
cannot flush baby wipes.
Maybe that's what's wrong with the plumbing in my house.
Well, they
Y'all
have
been flushing baby
they have
wipes?
flushable
Sure I have.
baby
Yeah,
wipes.
we have flushable wipes.
But normal baby wipes.
Right.
Uh-oh. Karen's pissed at me.
Oh, Karen.
Oh, Justin, that creates bad karma. Do you think I should return the toilet paper?
Nah, bro.
Oh.
Nah, you're in too
You
deep
already,
now.
you're too deep. You got it. You done put it out there. Like, you gotta commit. You gotta commit to your actions, man.
Maybe I should donate it or something.
You try to take that toilet paper out the house, you gonna catch Pilar. Like, trust me. She's like, this is ours.
There was a gas station person the other day around here who was taking the toilet paper out of the gas station and selling it to the people across the street for $30.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Over here at the.
I don't know which place it was, but it was probably not the best
No,
move right
you
now.
Start selling
Now
that-
that's bad karma.
That toilet paper, then that's definitely.
Hey, I wouldn't do that. I'm not stooping that low.
I heard some ladies in our office building plotting to take the toilet paper out of the restroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was like, I can't get it open, Susie. I was like, oh, Jesus. Let me get out of here.
Actually, you know what? I will say, last week,
yeah,
at the restrooms right over here, right,
yeah,
by the station, I went in to use the restroom and I looked at the like toilet area and I noticed a bunch of the toilet paper was gone, like wrapped. So yeah, and I just thought to myself, wow, I can't believe people have already stooped that low.
They did it. They said, I'm not going to the store. Screw this.
Oh, my God. Let's see. Georgia Boy said, hey, ladies, I have no idea what kind of overspray occurs, but if you had no toilet paper, couldn't you use a washcloth and clean it with soap and water? I guess in theory.
He said overspray.
Look, I don't know. That's Georgia Boy, not Justin Clark.
Georgia Boy's from the South. You already know that. First of all, overspray.
Oh, let's see. Rich said don't flush the flushable wipes either. Why not?
They said if you flush too many of those, it could clog up your septic.
Well, you mean like too many at once or
no,
too
like
many over time?
Over time, because like if let's say everyone is now flushing these so-called flushable wipes,
Yeah,
you know,
it
it can become a problem in your neighborhood.
In the neighborhood or at my house?
I mean, it's going to impact you.
Oh.
Yeah, either way. He's like, impact everybody or just me? Like, damn, Justin.
I just wanted to be clear on that. I'm not saying if it would just impact the neighborhood, I would keep doing it. I just want
Yes, you would.
Oh.
Yes, you would.
Do you think this Andrew Cuomo can now run for the Democratic nomination? People are loving this guy. I mean, my understanding is Biden's a little bit nervous right now.
You know, I'm going to be honest.
I mean, you know what he did? We're so dumb as people. You can really dumb things down, and it really works well for us. What he did, he just started doing this PowerPoint presentation where you can see what he's talking about on the screen, and everyone's like, wow, this guy's genius.
He knows what he's talking about.
It's a PowerPoint, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
He is. Well, what an idea.
We've been doing these.
No, we've had salespeople for
years.
35 years using the same program. It's called PowerPoint.
It's called PowerPoint.
But he's genius.
But look at that PowerPoint.
And in fact, it's easy. He's just reading off the PowerPoint, and he's just like, I'm going to be real blunt with you. Okay, thank you, Governor. Thanks
Before
for
you
being
get
blunt.
there, I'm just going to read it.
And then he reads the PowerPoint for the next hour, and he's brilliant.
And he's brilliant.
I mean, he is pretty good. He's a pretty good speaker, I must say.
Yeah.
At this point, though, it's too late.
Too late for what?
Too late to run.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean,
Shoot, man, I don't know what's going on.
We have on our minds right now. We're not. Nobody's worried about elections.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like his ass could just sneak right up in there because once the kind of calms down, it's gonna take. Do you guys remember Hurricane Irma?
Yeah, I get them confused.
It hit, and then it kind of destroyed a little bit of things, and then eventually, after the hurricane went away, that was like everyone's blanket excuse for the next 2 months for everything. Is I'm just still the hurricane. I'm still lost on my emails because of the hurricane. I can't do this for the. I think it's gonna be the same thing with the and he's gonna be able to come back in the middle of the summer, and people are gonna be like, yeah, he's been here the whole time.
That'd be my excuse.
Because they've seen him, just jump in the line and be like, no, I've been here. What are you talking about?
Justin, I didn't respond to your first 2 emails because of the
Yeah.
It was an imminent threat.
It was an imminent threat.
So Bill said kids' toys are also flushable.
Kids' toys?
I like that.
Flush them.
I got so many toys laying around my house. I wish I could flush them.
How are parents dealing with this, having their kids home all the time?
Georgia boy clarified that wipes don't break down easily and clogs municipal sewer system filtration.
Ooh, municipal.
Yeah. 321-339-1055. We're going to take a quick break. Before I do, I wanted to send a little heartfelt message out to Scott Ledger and his family and friends. What a great guy. We lost him last week. Lurch, you and Mick did a fantastic job here on this program Thursday, honoring him. He really was a tremendous guy, a tremendous, well-known broadcaster, and we lost Ledge, as we all knew him, mid last week, and way too young. Way too young. And I know that you probably knew Ledge, or at least listened to Ledge, and probably loved him as much as I did. I met him, September, I guess it was, when I first met him, when Lurch first met him as well. And like when I called in and said, there's nothing bad to say about the guy, just the nicest guy on the planet, Lurch,
Yeah, and you were able to make fun of him and joke with him, and he'd dish it right back,
Absolutely.
or he would laugh.
So I just wanted to put that in. We're thinking about you, Scott, and all Scott's family. And friends, 321-339-1055. Stick around. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark. Florida Man Radio.
Central Florida, Bill O'Reilly here. You deserve the truth and news with no spin. I don't care what side you're on. Catch me on Florida Man Radio, weekday mornings at 9:10 and 11:50 to give you the unfiltered and unafraid news updates. The O'Reilly Update right here on Florida Man Radio.
660 AM, 105.5 FM, streaming at FloridaManRadio.com.
Tune into the Shannon Burke Show every Friday for Free Money Fridays, brought to you by Greens Energy Services. Win free green, plus save some green when you choose Greens Energy Services as your AC provider. Get all the details on how to win free cash every Friday at FloridaManRadio.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been representing injured people for over 30 years. We're the largest personal injury firm in the world. I've met so many of you over the years, and I love it when I meet you later in life. I'm always here if you need me, and not just for the things I do. I know who the best doctors are for your medical care. Family doctors, surgeons, OBGYNs, and pediatricians. You name them, I know them. And I know who not to call. I know lawyers who do things we don't. Criminal and family law, wills and trusts, and real estate. If you ever want me to help you, just email me at johnmorgan@forthepeople.com, and hopefully it gives you the best care and representation. I see so much malpractice in our line of work. Hopefully my advice can avoid more. Call me if you need me. And thank you for your trust for all these years. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Dial pound law on your cell. Offices, Orlando.
Your home is important. That's why Geico helps make it easy to save on homeowners insurance. Because home is more than just a place. Home is where you build a giant pillow fort in your living room. And when people ask why you have a pillow fort in your living room, you say it's for your dog. And when they ask, well, what kind? You say, chocolate lab. And weave a web of lies that's almost as intricate as the crown molding in Fort Pillow. The Geico Insurance Agency could help protect the pillow-soft fortress you call home. Call Geico and see how easy it is to switch and save on homeowners insurance.
There's a chance your local Geico agent laughs the exact way you do.
And I said, not in my sandwich.
What?
But there's a better chance your local Geico agent could help you out with auto, homeowners, renters, or condo insurance, motorcycle, boat, or RV insurance, too. They'll work hard to provide sound advice and significant savings. You don't need to share a laugh pattern to do that. Local Geico agents. Call or visit yours today.
I'm News 6 anchor Justin Wormuth. Here are your Monday headlines. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases in Florida has topped 1,000. The highest concentration is in South Florida, with more than 200 cases in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. State emergency managers are stressing the importance of social distancing to prevent the spread of the illness. While the number of cases has risen, more people are also getting tested. New coronavirus testing sites are opening today, including one for people living in the villages. A larger government-run site is expected to open on Wednesday at the Orange County Convention Center, focusing on first responders and seniors who are showing symptoms. And more public and privately owned attractions are closing in hopes of containing the coronavirus. Fun Spot has closed both of its parks, while Icon Orlando and iDrive is also shut down. Meantime, all state parks are closed to visitors. Remember, you can get breaking news around the clock on clickorlando.com and the News 6 app. Have a great day.
Stop paying high electric bills and upgrade the value of your home today with a solar power system from IQ Power Solar. It's never been easier. With no money down and financing options available, you'll be using the power of the sun to take back control of your power needs in no time. Get a free consultation and assessment of your home savings opportunities by calling IQ Power Solar today at 407-585-1018. Or to learn more, visit IQPowerSolar.com.
WDYC, Altamont Springs. WYGC, High Springs. A JVC broadcasting station. 660 AM, 105.5 FM. Florida Man Radio.
Have you ever used a sex doll? I'm just asking.
Never.
Would you admit it if you had? Never.
Never.
321-339-1055. Sex doll companies have an important public service message for you.
Mm-hmm.
Self-isolating can be fun and safe at the same time.
That's right.
Abyss, the maker of sex robots Real Dolls, assured potential buyers that its dolls are free of the virus despite being manufactured
Made in China.
over in China. So this is all public service announcements for them, of course. The quote from the owner is, self-isolating doesn't have to be the worst. All Real Dolls are made from platinum-grade silicone and are naturally antibacterial and non-porous. Want one? Question mark. The advertisement read.
Want one?
An online publication that reviews sex dolls. So if you put a review for sex dolls on an online publication, do you think you'd use a fake name or your own name?
I'd have to use a fake name.
I probably would go fake name in that
Put
situation.
it out there like that, you know?
Justin Clark loved the light-skinned brunette.
3 thumbs up. That was
5
wildly
stars.
That was wildly specific, by the way.
Yeah, she was a little limp.
I'll use the name Custin Jark.
There you go.
Custin Jark.
The online publication that reviews sex dolls also posted a blog post trying to combat myths regarding sex dolls and the virus. The quote reads, sex doll industries have been greatly affected as most of these products were made and delivered from China, according to the post. However, there is nothing to worry about because there is no risk of product to human viral transmission. There's no medical proof that upholds the claim that the sex doll can actually transmit the virus to the human engaging in contact with it. Oh.
These are the same people that's going back and forth on whether dogs can carry it. Look, you really think I'm going to get it? And and when they ask, so who did you come in contact with?
Yeah.
Her name is Monica.
Do we count sex dolls?
And she's in my trunk. I brought her if you'd like to meet her.
If you had a sex doll, where would you hide it in your house? If you did, Lurch. I'm not saying you do. Where would you put her or it? Is it her or it?
It'd be
I mean,
her.
it depends if it's a him.
Okay, well,
Call it by what it is.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean,
Is it inflatable or not?
I don't think they're inflatable, are
Oh, it
they?
says silicone, so yeah, it's okay.
So where would you hide, Brianna? Where would you hide
Well,
a
first
sex
of
doll
all,
in your home?
I would literally have to be single. Like there would be no one else living in my house
Yeah.
except for me and some pets.
Yeah,
Like, they can't.
But
judge
you
me.
still would have guests and things.
Yeah,
this
but
is
I
a-
mean, like
this
you
is a
can-
great question.
You can shut a door and like let the guests.
Maybe under the bed. I mean, do you think they fold up or are they like 5.5 feet tall?
you should buy one and find out.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go get
RealSexDolls.com.
Going on Amazon right now.
You're going to request one that's not manufactured in China,
Yeah.
but it appears that they all are.
We got a chair
So-
right here.
Wouldn't it be great if they asked me who the new co-host of the show was and it's literally a sex doll,
Sex doll.
sitting next to me?
She doesn't say much, but
Good
man,
God.
oh man.
Oh, sex doll maker Silicone Wives has also been capitalizing on the pandemic with a giveaway contest for free sex dolls to help with the quarantine, according to its website. Are you stuck inside with nothing to do with the virus quarantine? We're giving away free sex dolls to ease your social distancing, according to their website. I mean, I guess now would be the better time than ever to give it a shot.
What's 165 centimeters?
I have, let me see here, no idea. Let me think about it. No clue.
It's kind of weird because this one has.
What do you want, in feet, inches, or?
In feet, let's
yeah,
say.
Put it in feet, I guess.
5'5".
So let's say
she's pretty big then.
Yeah, I mean, I
She's a
hope that
whole
they.
human.
I hope you can fold them up a little bit.
This one here, you could possibly fold up. You're not gonna want this one though, because it didn't. It got all the parts right except for the one that counts.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say you're going over to your buddy's house for a dinner party, and then you are walking because you've had 3 glasses of wine. You have to go use the restroom, but you don't know exactly where the restroom is, and you actually walk into the bedroom as opposed to the restroom, and then you look in the closet because it's open, and you see a sex doll. What goes through your head?
Why would you open the closet? Like
He
were just out here
He was
snooping.
looking for the bathroom.
Laughter.
You would just laugh?
Immediate laughter.
Would you mention it to your buddy,
Oh,
or
yeah,
would
I
you?
would.
Oh, they
But-
would know because you laughing all extra hard.
But I would mention it to him like one-on-one. I wouldn't mention it in front of everybody because that could be embarrassing.
Could we talk about it on the radio and just leave his name out?
This is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna get off your Amazon account.
Well, I've never ordered a sex doll.
I know you've
Looks
never
like you
ordered
just did.
one,
But I haven't searched for one either. And if I had searched, I would say it was for radio prep.
It is for radio prep.
Yeah. But I haven't searched for one, honestly.
I mean,
I swear. What?
We just did.
Oh God.
Yeah, you just.
Damn it.
just-
Now
we did
Pilar's
just
going to
search
see that and be like, yo, dude. Why are you? How much is a sex doll anyway? Like, what is the price,
So-
and like, how is one more expensive than the other?
So apparently, it's ranked based on like real features, I guess. You know, the most expensive one here is almost $300, free shipping, 2 days. But it has lifelike moisture.
Lifelike fluids.
Okay. Uh-huh.
In her mouth and
Wow.
the other
Wow.
area.
I mean, I wonder. Wouldn't you think that it dries out at some point? I don't know. 321-339-1055. We don't. But I would like. I was trying to get off of this, but I do want to know how much they cost.
Oh God, I can't.
Can you just let me know sort of an average price of a
so
sex doll?
The cheapest one is about $80-something.
What?
$84.
You can't even buy a movie ticket for $80. You can get a real life sex doll.
Yeah, that's the real life ones. Now, if you want like a blow up one, you can get a blow up one for $14.95.
What? This can't be what I'm thinking of when I think sex doll. I'm talking about a real life looking
Yeah,
thing.
the real life looking ones.
$80?
$80. Look
I
at
thought
this.
it was at least $3,000.
Is that a ratchet one that we get for $80?
I was thinking $3,000.
She's not.
Or do you get a supermodel for $300?
She's not. She's cute. And she's 5'5". There's only 5 left in stock, so you need to order soon.
All right, but there must be some that are.
It's a whole human. Like you can see, like she has a face and everything. She's like all pouty and
there must be some
weird.
that are thousands of dollars. No?
Yeah, absolutely. Hang on, let me go
What is the difference in an $80 sex doll versus one that's $3,000?
Let me up the price on Amazon and see like what some of the okay. Oh, the boobs get bigger. I see.
Okay.
Obviously.
321-339-1055. I have a lot of respect for businesses right now that are remaining open to help people. And by the way, if you're a restaurant owner or manager and you're doing delivery and you want to talk about your food program right now, you're always welcome to call in on the show. We'll put you on the air right away. But there's another company out there I know that's open right now as well because, I mean, is there a time we've ever had more network pressure and Wi-Fi pressure and that sort of thing going right now? And Andre Class is here. Andre, how are you, buddy? Thanks for calling in.
Yep. Hey there, Justin. I am doing well. We're having a nice sunny morning, and even with all the panic going on out there, we're doing our best to maintain our calm, friendly demeanor, our calm, friendly composure. I know it's been really, really crazy, but we're just making the best of the situation right now.
Yeah, you were tell us about where you work, Andre, and what you guys are doing to combat the pandemic.
Absolutely, Justin. So I am the lead sales and technical associate at a locally owned computer store called Refresh Computers. We are located on State Road 434, about a quarter mile west of US 1792 in Longwood. And, of course, especially with all of the businesses and schools closing, a lot of children, a lot of businessmen, a lot of people all over the state and beyond have developed a sudden need for a computer system to be able to do their at-home school studies, their at-home work processes, video teleconferencing, remote access controls, and a whole lot of different essential functions to be able to continue in the course of their everyday lifestyles.
How slow is Wi-Fi right now? Because 75% of the workforce is working from home right now.
Well, so far from what I can tell, a lot of the primary network infrastructure with the major carriers have not necessarily been dealing with much of a slowdown. At my home, at our store here, our network's been operating at full speed without any issues right now. And the infrastructure that's been developed over the years has been very, very robust. And unlike where we're seeing in Europe, where video service providers are being asked to cut quality to reduce network bandwidth, we haven't necessarily seen any of that at all with any of the major cable or DSL companies.
Are you seeing an influx of people that are coming in who are now working from home, needing an upgraded computer or have their computer worked on?
Absolutely, Justin. And the great thing at Refresh Computers is that all of the computers that we prepare are all set up and tested and configured in-house. They're all commercial model, business-grade machines by many of the major brand names like Dell, HP, Lenovo, and they're all prepared with the latest and greatest Windows 10 operating system. And because that we have the capability to refurbish these machines in-house that we get from different government entities, corporations, and educational institutions, we have a large supply readily available for suiting any potential need. And indeed, our computers have been just flying off the shelves. And one thing about being a locally owned business is that we always want to make sure to maintain that commitment to be there for our general public, for our residences, our businesses, and anyone who might potentially be in need, to be able to supply such a crucial demand in communications and information technology. And at the same time, these machines, since we prepare all these products, that we're not necessarily having to rely on an outside supply chain. So we're in a situation where we're able to comfortably resupply our stores and potentially meet this higher level of demand. And we're also still doing our full schedule of operating hours, 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday, Sunday 11 to 5. And we're still also doing our repair services as well. And one thing that's always been a staple of Refresh Computers is our free diagnostic services for any time that anyone has any sort of computer issues. And so a lot of people that might have been putting off doing repairs because they didn't necessarily need to use their computer because they were using a company supplied computer, an office computer, have suddenly found the need that they need their computer fixed, and they need it fixed as soon as possible. And we're trying to do our best to upkeep that as well.
So we buy all of our computers at the office and at my house, for that matter, from Refresh Computers. I highly recommend them. Give Andre Class a call. If you're home right now and yours is running slowly and your boss is yelling at you because your production stinks, why not have Andre fix it or get a new one from him? I mean, your prices are pretty incredible, Andre. What is the best phone number to call, and how do I come see you?
I'm glad you asked, Justin. So our address at Refresh Computers is 820 East State Road 434 in Longwood, zip code 32750. And again, we're open 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday, Sunday 11 to 5. And the store's phone number is 407-478-8200. Again, 407-478-8200. And our website that you can learn more about our different products and services is refreshcomputers.net. We also have an online e-commerce marketplace, so we can ship a computer potentially anywhere throughout the state of Florida or anywhere in the United States. And, of course, I'm also a proud client of yours as well, Justin.
All right,
your firm's been doing a great job representing me as well.
Thanks, man. All right, we'll see you soon, Andre. Thanks so much.
You got it. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Bye-bye. 321-339-1055. I really do buy my computers from there, and they're like super inexpensive.
They are.
I bought every computer. I even have that Mac right there is from Refresh, right?
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it is, actually.
It was like $500 or something for this huge-ass Mac we have here in the studio.
I like you. It's Max.
Let's hit the text messages again real quick. Fish said, just a thought, putting a sex doll in your car will definitely get you a pass driving on the 2-passenger lane.
Hey,
it's a good point.
Now we're talking.
Rich said, Howard had a real doll on one of his shows years ago, and it started at $5,000. Who's Howard?
Howard Stern.
Probably Howard Stern.
Oh, Stern. Okay. That would make sense.
Who's Howard?
Whatever.
I don't care what you say.
How dare you? Howard who?
I don't know a Howard.
Howard who?
You're so crazy.
Karen said the bendable ones are more experienced, or maybe she meant expensive. The bendable ones are more expensive. I think if I had one, I'd need to go bendable right out of the gate. You know what I mean?
You gotta bend it up.
I don't want to
put that thing away.
She also said there was a creepy TV show going around about a person who was married to his sex doll. And he had to send her away to be refurbished. Oh, how sad.
That's sad.
She's like gone on a business trip or something. I don't know.
Oh, no.
321-339-1055. All right, so you've had time to sit at home and do more thinking and just kind of boredom. What are we doing right now to pass the time away? What are you doing? Now, look, you might be at work today. I get it. But even if you're at work, you're probably coming home a little bit earlier, or you've had the full weekend to not do anything. Like, you can't go to dinner. You can't go to Disney. Or what's the other one that finally shut down today?
Oh, FunSpot.
FunSpot was like, hell no, we're staying open.
They were trying to get all your coins, guys, because...
I mean, God bless them. They finally shut down today, too.
Their biggest competitors finally closed. That was like heaven for them.
So, I mean, everything is shut down. So even if you're still at work, you're having to find more things to do at home to entertain yourself or your family. What are you doing? Lurch, let me start with you. What are you doing right now to pass the time? You can't go to dinner. You can't go to Disney. You can't go do anything.
Well, one, taking advantage of deep cleaning the apartment. And then two, just playing video games and Netflix.
I am so curious as to who does the cleaning at your apartment. Are you a cleaner? Are you the one that does most? Who does the laundry at your house?
I do the laundry.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And how did that happen? Was it sort of organic when you started dating?
No, so Eunice, like, she'll do laundry, but she hates folding clothes.
Okay.
Like, that's one
so
thing.
So does so that means you do the entire laundry and fold the clothes?
So yeah, so I just do that. She'll cook, but I'll wash the dishes.
So yesterday I played basketball twice. This is probably not a good idea, is it? I got yelled at so hardcore. So here's what happened yesterday. I played basketball in the morning. A friend of mine who's a lawyer, Corey Cohen, another lawyer who's a prosecutor, and then one of their neighbors. This is at Corey's house. He has a nice court at his house, one of these like bouncy blue court. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, he has one of those deals. So we played 2-on-2 yesterday morning at his house. I didn't get yelled at for that. But I get home, and then a bunch of the people I normally play with at LA Fitness wanted to come to my neighborhood and play there as well. And then I started getting yelled at, not just by Pilar, then her mom. You have a family? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Then my daughter, and then my daughter FaceTimes my mother.
Whoa!
To tell on me.
Damn.
And then I don't know if I'm, because I wasn't like saying, tell her. I think my mom actually didn't hear what they were saying, because I figured she would start. Yeah, she's harder on me than any of them at times.
Right.
I thought I was going to get yelled at big time from my mother in Tennessee as well.
She already.
But what do you think? Should I have not played basketball?
No.
Would you have played basketball yesterday?
I appreciated that you guys did the social distancing and they were 6 feet apart. However,
No, we weren't. No. That was just a picture. We were playing regular basketball.
The fact that you guys are passing this ball back and forth, I can't. I can't co-sign on that.
You wouldn't do it?
I played soccer Saturday morning. And I wanted to play yesterday, but I just
because the way this thing is set up, you guys have to realize that the cases that are now confirmed or the symptoms that are now showing up, this happened because of something that they came in contact with 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So just because you played basketball yesterday, you're not going to realize what's going on until the first week of April, Justin.
Well, it is what it is.
I mean, we have a big pool of people that come out and play, and for the most part, I know almost like everyone, but little by little, like new people start coming in, and that's when I'm like, unfortunately, like I don't want to stop playing, but like
I'm gonna take a step back.
We can't do this. Yeah, exactly. I don't know where you live. I don't know whereabouts you live.
Sorry, Howard.
So number one on the things that you are doing to pass the time at home is dive into a series or a movies. Everyone's watching Netflix and Prime and all those, Disney Plus, I guess now. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much out of control. The streaming is going crazy. And it's kind of awesome, actually. Think about it. If this happened a decade ago, what would we be, like, all be going to Blockbuster, or what would we be doing?
No, Netflix was still around, but...
Barely. Come on, a decade ago?
But you would have to...
You'd have to...
The disc.
Order the DVD.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a home service.
Yeah, exactly.
And technically, you wouldn't even be able to go to Blockbuster because you had to sanitize each and every one of those.
Yeah, I mean, Blockbuster would have been shut down.
Yeah.
Right? So thank God for Netflix and all these, basically Netflix. They're the ones that started this whole deal, right? Mm. I mean, if you think about it, it feels like it was just yesterday that they did the mailing you the CD-ROM deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
That was 10 years ago, you're right.
It was about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. It's 2000,
now
it's
unbelievable.
Whole conglomerate. It's pretty great.
Some people are telling me they're listening to a lot of audio books. I mean, can't you just read a book if you're at home? Why do you need the audio book at home?
See, but it all depends, too, on how many people you have in your home. If you're by yourself, or let's say you're with just your spouse, then you can do a lot of those things, but, like, you have a family, like you said, you really can't.
I can't have one solitary thought when I'm in my house. Are you kidding me? Or my office. I don't know what's harder, my home or my office.
Having Morgan Freeman whisper sweet nothings into your ear.
A lot. You have also probably had a barbecue in the last few days. Many barbecues, huh? Have you seen a lot of barbecuing going on?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the problem is getting the meat, I think, because the supermarkets have been out of it a lot.
A little bit.
But now they closed in my complex. The pool and the grills. So
yeah.
So you can't even you can't even grill?
Not anymore. Nope.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I got that good old illegal grill in my back
it's
patio.
Like 95 degrees outside. I mean, you can put grill in your patio.
321-339-1055. You can text or call. I'd like to know what you have been doing to get through. Oh God. I can't read that one.
No, I just
I want to know what you've been. Let's just say someone has been spending a lot of time with themselves more than normal.
That makes sense.
Like things that you might do in the shower or whatnot.
Or not in the
shower. Gardening. I guess you're doing more gardening now.
Yep.
Oh, crafts. Games and puzzles. Now, this is something I think I could get into. Mm-hmm. I have these weird thoughts about not being busy someday where, someone's running the law firm. I don't have to go there and I have time to do things. I would love to do a puzzle or something like that. That sounds so fun to me. Not you? I think a puzzle would be damn fun.
My girlfriend, she has board games.
Yeah.
And she has puzzles, and she's been like wanting to
get one out, bust one out.
Yeah, and I'm like, not yet.
Have you been ordering a lot of delivery or takeout as of yet?
I've been going to like Taco Bell, McDonald's drive-through.
You love that Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Where was I at where I saw Crystals and I thought of you? Oh, darn. I think it's the Crystals on...
There's one on Rouse and Colonial, and then there's one on Curry Ford and...
No, that one's closed.
Where they would be.
Right. No. There was one. I saw it this weekend.
Oh, really?
I had to think of where I was at, but it was open, and I was like,
Really?
Lurch is going to love this.
So anyway, I would play some games too, some board games as well. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't have any, I don't think, but
We have a lot of board games.
when I sold the beach house, I had to get rid of all those things. What else are you doing? 321-339-1055. Karen said she hears a lot of the HOAs are closing the community pools and people are pissed. She didn't say pissed. I said pissed.
Karen wouldn't use that word.
Yeah. They can't go there, and I hear a lot of people are getting angry about that. I've been spending my time working in the yard, cleaning businesses, and walking dogs, and listening to you guys. Well, thank you,
Thanks, girl.
Karen. When we come back, we're going to talk more about what we're doing to get through these long hours of not being able to go to dinner or theme parks or whatever. Also, if you're looking for a job right now, heaven forbid you're one of the people that have been laid off, I have a way you might be able to get back to work by tomorrow. Stick around. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark. Florida Man Radio.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Women want to be respected for the way they deliver the news, not their bods.
All right, then today I'll be like, I'm watching my favorite based on how good she is. She just really delivers the news quite efficiently.
She's so informative.
And Victoria, is this creepy and freaking you out? Because I'll stop. I'll just tell you right now, Victoria, I'll stop promoting you. If you want me to stop promoting you, done. I'll find another girl.
As soon as you slap an injunction on it, guess what? You can't because the courts are closed, so ha-ha, joke's on you.
Bubba the Love Sponge, morning 6 till 10 on Florida Man Radio.
This is Shane Reeve, Executive Vice President for JVC Broadcasting. With the current public health concerns, please continue to support local businesses to meet your needs. These businesses are taking extra precautions to serve the public and count on customers like you to stay afloat. At JVC Broadcasting, we're working hard to help support our clients in their efforts as well. Take the necessary steps to stay safe and healthy and continue to patronize our restaurants, retailers, service providers, and entertainment venues. We will continue to provide offers, updates, and entertainment on all of our stations. Thanks for listening to Florida Man Radio.
Staying in? Pizza Hut has you covered. Pizza and wings, delivered. Pasta and salads, delivered. Beer, delivered. Pizza Hut delivers lunch, dinner, and that midday snack right to your door. Call your local Pizza Hut or order now at pizzahut.com.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our legal team can help you understand your options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, and 4x4s. Nation's Trucks has got them all. No payments for 90 days with approved credit. Before you buy any truck, new or used, visit nationstrucks.com.
Damn, it's hot in here. What's the deal with your AC?
I've had 2 AC companies out, and they can't get it fixed.
You gotta get Four Seasons AC out here now. Call them 407-295-9231. 407-295-9231. Four Seasons is the AC company you wish you called first.
CSC 056308. The Orlando Boat Show is now the No-Show Boat Show, March 27th through 29th. Huge super boat sale at each of 27 of Central Florida's best dealers, representing over 100 manufacturers all over Central Florida. No crowds to worry about, or exceptional savings at a private setting at the dealership. Special boat show discounts on all boat lines and models with special incentives and financing. Boating, fishing, and recreating on the water are a great way for families to social distance and have lots of fun at the same time. The Boat Super Sale you can't afford to miss. Find participating dealers at OrlandoBoatShow.com.
It's the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event at Holler Honda and Classic Honda in Orlando, where every vehicle is clearly marked with our lowest best price up front. And for a limited time through March 31st only, lease a 2020 Honda Civic LX sedan with automatic transmission and Honda Sensing for only $99 per month for 36 months, $19.99 down. Or lease a brand new 2020 Honda Pilot EXL two-wheel drive with automatic transmission for only $244 per month for 27 months, $24.99 down. Lease either vehicle for 12,000 miles per year, tax tag title, and $7.99 dealer fee due at signing. With approved credit, see dealer for details. So hurry on over to Holler Honda on State Road 436 between Colonial and University Boulevard, and Classic Honda at 4000 West Colonial Drive, minutes away from I-4 next to Mercy Drive. Visit us at hollerhonda.com or classichonda.com today. We price our cars, not our customers.
Holler Classic. So come on, come on, come on. Buy smart, be happy.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. Listen every weekday mornings right here on Florida Man Radio. Powered by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Inside Florida.
Anywhere I want.
Outside Florida.
I can't get enough.
There are so many ways to make sure you don't miss a minute of Florida Man Radio. Catch Bubba the Love Sponge.
You want to go to the Monster Jam show?
That'd be a yippee-yo for sure.
Couldn't have answered it any more dumb than that.
Well, I use your vernacular around the house. So I have my 2-year-old daughter. She just out of nowhere, she'll say backdoor Willie.
It's probably the one thing you don't want your daughter saying.
You have Power Radio with Justin Clark and Till, the Shannon Burke Show.
What on earth are you talking about?
Huh? I'm following along fine.
We're talking about Pizza Rat, and then you went into knee braces, sleeping on a horse, and eating sausages.
Out there in radio land, I'm killing it.
At 660 AM, 105.5 FM, online at FloridaManRadio.com, or anytime, anywhere with the Florida Man Radio app. Download it now in your Google Play or App Store.
Get it right now.
Florida Man is on the loose, unfiltered, unafraid. Florida Man Radio.
Hey, what you doing?
I'm checking my credit score on an app, but I had no idea my credit score was so low. What am I going to do?
Don't worry. Trade Guardian offers credit repair and credit counseling. Their monthly coaching program allows you to get your updated credit report every month. You can start seeing results in as soon as 30 days.
Wow, but that sounds like that's going to be expensive.
Not at all. Trade Guardian offers a free credit assessment to evaluate your options.
That sounds great. How do I get started?
Claim your free credit assessment from Trade Guardian today to start building the credit that you deserve. Find out more at mytradeguardian.com. That's mytradeguardian.com.
Now, back to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
Domino's killing it right now. Loving life. I mean, Domino's is doing well, because so many people are not going out to dinner. What are they doing? They're ordering pizza, right? Yeah. Now, look, you can argue whether Domino's is good or not good. And I think it really depends on where you're from. If you grew up in a small town and all you had was Domino's, you probably have great memories of Domino's. If you grew up in New York City and you know what real pizza is like, you probably don't love Domino's so much. But if by chance you are looking for employment, you might want to start liking Domino's right now, because the pizza company will be hiring 10,000 employees over just the next few days. So, what do you think about this? So, let's say that you have a good office job, but everything got shut down. And I don't think a lot of people are hiring right now, really. You think about it. I don't think you're going to go find another accounting job tomorrow. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I don't see my law firm hiring next week. Would you, for the sake of your family, stoop down below where you really think that you are in this society and do something like deliver pizzas for Domino's to make some bucks? Would you do it?
Oh, yeah, I would.
Brianna?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that if I really needed to do that, I would suck it up, and even to try to enjoy the experience, I would think that there's less pressure. And maybe slinging some pizzas around.
You can stick some of the law firm cards in with each box.
Or maybe delivering pizzas, listening to the Florida Man Radio Network.
There you go.
What do you think? The average tip is what? Probably $10 or so when you deliver a pizza. What do you think normal?
I don't know.
I don't think 10. That sounds
not even $10.
Sounds a little high, honey. What?
I would always give $5 or $10 to Domino's guy or any pizza guy.
See, I mean, I get 5, but when I was living in Seattle, Domino's was right down the street.
Yeah.
So I would always get 5, but I know that it was a hike for them to bike to my complex because it was literally on a.
Oh, they were taking the bicycle
on a steep hill.
A bicycle?
They
So
worked
I'm
for that $5.
God bless you for coming up here. Yeah.
Here you go, buddy.
The pizza company's looking for part and full-time delivery drivers, pizza cookers, customer service representatives, managers, and licensed truck drivers for its supply chain centers and stores, our corporate and franchise stores. We want to make sure they're not only feeding people, but also providing important opportunities to those looking for work at this time.
Oh, man.
So look, my advice is if you got to do it, even if you're used to having a little bit of a better job, why not do it for a while, right? I mean, that's who's hiring right now is places like Domino's. I mean, I have a list of places to work right now or where to find a job. Let me see. Let's see if I can find this thing here. Hold on. Give me a second.
Is Justin Clark and Associates on the list?
No, I mean we're
literally just said
we're
I'm not
making
hiring.
we're literally making no money right now because people are more concerned about protecting their family, not going out in public, than going into a law firm.
Right.
Now, when this is over with, I would have to imagine the bankruptcy practice is going to explode. Unfortunately, it doesn't make me happy to say that, but I think
Right.
that there's going to be a lot of bankruptcy going on after this because of people using credit and not having any money. The next thing you do is
file for bankruptcy.
all right, places to work right now. E-commerce, so Amazon is adding 100,000 new jobs.
Yeah.
Like soon, right away.
Like today.
100,000 new jobs. Pharmaceutical companies right now are apparently killing it. Any delivery service is doing really, really well. Entertainment, streaming, gaming, video conferencing. This Zoom, no one's ever heard of Zoom until like last week. Or I haven't.
Just you haven't
Okay.
heard of Zoom until
Never
last
mind.
week.
I thought everyone had not heard of Zoom until last week.
just you, Justin.
The share price for Zoom is up 50% just over the last couple of weeks.
Mentioned Zoom. He was like, no one's ever heard of that. I was like, okay.
Use it for interviews.
Sometimes I think that when
I
I
use it
haven't
for a
heard of
lot of
something, it
stuff.
means everyone has it. And
Like when I mentioned podcast 2 years ago, he's like, no one even listens to those. I was like, okay, Justin.
yeah, I guess that's changed. Who's losing right now? I think we all know airlines,
Yeah.
cruise ships, trains, tourism in
Hotels.
general.
Yep.
Oil and gas getting hammered, investment banking getting hammered, traditional retail, cinemas. First of all, this list is long.
Yeah. Everyone's
Jeez.
basically everyone. They should put who's not getting hit.
Professional sports and entertainment, cinemas, banking, healthcare is actually getting hammered. So what you don't understand about my cousin in Tennessee is an orthopedic surgeon. He's losing his ass right now because he can't, no one's coming to do their ACL repair because it's an elective surgery and they're not allowed to do it. So he's getting crushed right now.
It's terrible.
Manufacturing, education. Although education, here's the deal. So my daughter goes to private school. It's like, I don't know, 8-10 grand a year, something like that. I can't remember. And she's going to be out for a month at least, right? So we're like, do we have to pay? So what they're doing is they're sending out these emails acting like they care. We want your daughter to be really learning while she's away. We're going to have the teachers send assignments. But it's BS. They don't care about that. They just want to have an excuse to keep charging us, right?
This is true.
I don't think they really care about my daughter learning during
Especially
this
because,
month.
like, standardized testing is
It's out the window.
suspended and
They're not even grading people this year.
Right. They're basically saying, like, you pass to the next grade. So, I mean, these kids aren't going to, even if they did have online anything, they're not going to take it seriously because I would. If you told me I already passed, oh, no. Honey, what? That was the worst thing you could have done. What, now you're going to recant on that?
Who are they going to fail this year? Are they going to let everyone go on to third grade? Or
That's
are
what
they
they
gonna
said. They said they're just going to pass the kids on to the next level.
great.
Which is, I mean, do it, but don't say you're going to do
Yeah.
it because I'm not showing up.
Yeah, I'm at home chilling now.
Right. What the hell? You telling me, like, summer started early this year? Okay, love.
There's another website. If you need a job, I highly recommend you actually downloading this app. Search for My Work Choice. And this is an app that can get you back to work within 24 hours at most. They're actually trying to get it to where you can be off the couch and working by this afternoon.
Oh.
So no one's really ever, people have used this app, but it's never been as widespread as it is now for obvious reasons. We're thinking that we might lose 1 million jobs in March, whereas February we added 273 jobs to the economy. But this app, My Work Choice, and really there's several others now popping up, can get you back to work within 24 hours. Wow. We've got a lot of companies looking for employees right now. Amazon, Kroger, Walmart, pharmacies, Domino's.
Yeah.
A lot of these places are looking for employees, and they're looking for them right now.
If you have a CDL and you have a truck, man, you are in high demand.
Absolutely. So job seekers apply through the app, or you can also go to the website. They prefer the app. You go through a quick background check and do a phone interview with one of their call center people, many of which got their jobs through this app as well. And once you're approved, you can be working by the next day. And it's one of these deals where, I mean, if you ever work for a temp agency, your paycheck actually comes from My Work Choice, not from Justin Clark and Associates or Florida Man Radio or wherever you're actually working. So you know you're going to get paid.
Right.
And you're a W-2 employee. They take out taxes, do the whole deal, workers' comp, benefits, all that sort of thing. So I think that there are options out there. Don't get too discouraged if you're laid off right now or furloughed. Even if your boss is saying, look, we're going to do our best to bring you back in 2 months. Well, who can survive 2 months? Even if the government gives your family 3 Gs, is that going to cover you for 3 months? Probably not. Right? I mean...
No, because it all depends on how much your mortgage is or your rent is, and then you add utilities, and then you add, it's not going to be.
Right.
Also, Orange County offering one-time rent payments to you. So, Mayor Jerry Demings yesterday said that the county will provide a one-time rent assistance to county residents unable to make their mortgage payment because they have been furloughed. Orange County, so you have to show that you were furloughed and not getting paid. If you're furloughed but still getting paid, you can't do it. They're not going to qualify you for it.
Right.
But it sounds like this is a pretty easy program that you can go to. Go to this website, ocfl.net/coronavirus, and it'll tell you how to apply. Deming stressed that the payment is one time only, and it's only for county residents, which that makes sense. I don't think Orange County should go around paying for Marion County rents.
Definitely not.
And it does not apply to people who are not working but still being paid. So it sounds like they're going to approve a lot of these. Also, Orange County Utilities Department will not suspend any accounts during the pandemic.
Good.
Also, one of these drive-through testing places opened today on Alafaya Trail. Anyone who believes they've been exposed to or have the virus needs to call the Orange County Health Department hotline to be screened at 407-723-5004. And then a huge one is opening up on Wednesday at the Orange County Convention Center, because as we know, there's not a whole lot else going on at the Orange County Convention Center right now, and that's the National Guard will open up this big, huge testing facility. One of these drive-through deals you've been seeing on the news,
Where they got the new test, you can get screened in an hour.
If you have a little bit of a sore throat right now, or are you feeling like you might have it, that's going on in my house right now. Like a tiny little scratchy throat has people a little bit wondering.
Right.
I'm like, it's probably not it.
Well, let's hope it wasn't you and your 2 times playing basketball.
Right.
Do you have a fever? I asked, and she said, it's 98.6. Does that count? And I said, no, that's actually perfect.
That's actually where you're supposed to be at.
The CDC said you're the perfect temperature.
You're okay.
Congratulations.
You're going to make it.
321-339-1055. Keep your head up is what I would say. If you're a business owner, take that line of credit, rip it out right now. Take it out and put it in your bank account, because if you don't, they're going to rip it away from you any minute. And if you're a regular consumer and you have that emergency credit card sitting in the top drawer of your bedroom, take it out right now. And if you are getting low on money, use the damn thing. You call it an emergency credit card. Right? That's what we call it.
That's what it's there for.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an emergency.
Feels like it.
Never been a better time to pull it out. And because also the banks are going to cancel those on you and take your line away as well. Good job today. We're going to be with you. One thing I do know is we're going to be here with you all week from 10 until noon, no matter what. You're going to hear me and Brianna, Lurch, Kenny will show up occasionally. And we'll get through this together. I promise you. Stick around. Bill O'Reilly is coming up next, followed by my boy, Ed Till. Ed called me the other night.
Did he?
Great guy.
Yeah.
Ed is so much different off the radio than on, right? Not. Ed Till is Ed Till, and he's a legend. He'll be here from noon until 3, followed by the star of the station, Shannon Burke, who's here from 3 until 7. 7 to 8 features Real Talk with G-Love. We'll be back with you again tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. for Logan Sekulo's reprogram. Bubba the Love Sponge will be back with us at 6 a.m. Figure out what in the hell happened between him and Seth today.
Jeez.
Hopefully we can get some updates on that throughout the day. Seth's a good guy, right? I mean, I hope they can have a little talk, figure things out. And then he'll be here from 6 until 10. And Brianna, I don't know much, but I do know one little teeny tiny thing.
What's that?
We will be right back here with you again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. on the Florida Man Radio Network.